Please state your name.
Dr. Victor Frankenstein of Geneva, the 7th of whatever.
Can you tell us, Dr. Frankenstein, what inspired you?
Well, when I was a boy about this big, my teacher asked me what I want to be when I grow up. So I say I want to be a doctor. And she says, what kind of doctor? Heart doctor? Eye doctor? And I say, no, mad scientist.
Dr. Frankenstein,
Yes.
can you tell us about your childhood?
When I was a boy, I had very unusual habits. No one really wanted to play with me, and I never understood why. Like any other young aspiring scientist, I also had a very big fascination for capes.
Would you come by me? No. Then goodbye.
When no one else wanted to play, I was forced to improvise. It was a very lonely process. It was much harder with no one else to play with, but I made it work. It was after my very long and lonely childhood that I went to the University of Ingolstadt and met my best friend and most worthy assistant in my work.
I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me. Igor.
Of course, he would not work, so I found a very easy to work with alternative. We experimented with many alternative materials. We spent months training with the most basic essentials and soon perfected the practice.
What are some highlights of your career?
Well, in my career, I created two creatures. One of them was somewhat success, somewhat failure, and the second was mostly success.
Tell us about your first creation.
Well, my first creation was somewhat a success. It's very ugly thing, and somehow I managed to have successful showbiz career.
Hit it!
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Dr. Frankenstein, where did you perform your experiments?
Well, of course, in the only place I could afford, my mother's garage.
What was the instrument most effective in your research?
Oddly enough, it was shrinking fluid injected directly into the heart.
What was your first reaction when you brought your creature to life?
It's alive! It's scary! It's
The shrinking fluid, of course, had very strange effects on the creation. One of these abnormalities was agility and coordination.
Wait, monster, come back.
Over time, these skills began to progress.
Okay.
Before they set themselves in, I taught my creation how to be a real stereotypical monster.
1, 2, 3.
I then gave him strength training for self-defense. It was not long before my creation turned on me.
No!